Hi, this is Apple Watch Dave and welcome to this video to talk about which band you should get if you buy an Apple Watch Ultra 3. Now, the bands for the Apple Watch Ultra are $99 or £99 each. They're quite expensive and it might be that you only get one band, and that might be the band that you actually get with the Ultra when you buy it. Now, for me, there's only one option here, and that's got to be these guys, the Alpine Loop, okay? Now, I think these are the best looking bands on the Ultra, and they're the ones that probably at least a rip-off. Okay, so they may be closer to justifying the £99, $99 tag than the Trail Loops, which you've got one here, or the Ocean band, which I've got one here. Okay, now for starters, this is a band that will have 3 bits of titanium on it, so maybe that's why it costs £99 or $99. I don't know, but it's got more titanium than any other band, and as I say, I think it's got that iconic style there. The Trail Loops here, they're nice and comfy, a couple of bits of titanium, one at each end, look, but they're not really, I don't think, worth the £99, $99. They're comfy, yeah, fair play. Are they twice as comfy as a Nike Sport Loop? No, they're not. And I'll talk more about that in my next video. Similarly here, the Ocean band, pretty secure. I'll accept if you're a big diver, and maybe you know something about diving that I don't, not being a diver at all, okay, that maybe this connection is better than just having a normal Nike Sport Loop, but Sport band, sorry. But I don't think it is for me personally, so I wouldn't go down that route. So I think the only option then is to go for one of these Alpine Loops, okay? Now, what I've got here is the OG orange Alpine Loop. Now, I don't know how you can see that there, but I have a lot of bands, and this one really has faded, and I don't wear it that much. Now, somebody could conceivably have bought this band. It could be their only Ultra band. I think I've got less than 2 months wear out of this. I think I've worn it less than 60 times. So you can see, though, it's quite well faded. It's also quite, so there's not a lot of movement there. Whereas the newer Ultra bands that you can get now have got quite a bit of flex in them. And I think Apple has learned maybe the bright colors of this material just doesn't work too well. So they've gone for more muted tones, which are obviously less likely to fade. So when you're buying an Alpine Loop, there are 3 things that are one thing that you need to think about, and it's important for 3 reasons. Now, first of all, you've got to get the biggest size that you can. Okay, so there's 3 reasons why you want to do that, really. You get the biggest size that you can. The first one is that this G-hook, you can actually see it. So if it's right round here, people can't see it as well. Whereas I think it's a really smart look when we put it on and the G-hook comes round. Let me just pop this on properly, round, and it's near the front here. So I think that adds to my Apple Watch Ultra 3. You see it's the nice black one there, and you've got the G-hook there. Secondly, when you're using this band, if you have it on one of the shorter settings on this side here, you're not going to actually bang it on anything at all. Now, if you've got a laptop, say, or just even like this kitchen table I'm on here, if you've got the titanium hook here, then that is going to scratch whatever surface it's on. There's examples of that with laptops, MacBooks, expensive bits of kit. So you need, I think, to have the G-hook nearly right round. Looks better, I think, and it kind of stops it from scratching. There's also a third really important benefit, which I'll show you now. This is titanium. Now, I know this is super strong screen, but I'm not going to scratch that on there. But if you get too smaller Alpine Loop, that when you come to take it on and off, see, I'm making a real, there you go, this end bit here will catch on your Ultra. It might scratch there, it might scratch the screen. So it's actually much easier, I'll just move on to the other one here, the blue one, to have it set up with the G-hook right the way around it. And it looks better, it won't catch on any of your expensive kit, and look there, when it comes to putting it on, it's so much easier. So if you're buying an Alpine Loop, please get one that's as big as it can fit on your wrist, okay? So I've got this one now, probably day to day. My wrist's about, this is a large, by the way, my wrist's about 165. I'll probably have it in that mode. They're not too tight, not too loose. Then probably move up to here for like, maybe if I was on a hike or something like that. And then if I wanted to go running this band, which I wouldn't recommend, but if I did, I can still go another loop there. And that's pretty tight for me, okay? Now, as I say, you've got a better look with the band there. Having the G-hook at the front, you're not going to bang anything, and you actually get it on and off without damaging your Ultra. And as I say, I just feel that these bands are much better looking than either of the other bands, and they just feel more of a premium band. So what do you think? Do you agree with me? Have you got an Alpine Loop? If you're thinking of getting an Ultra, was this helpful? Let me know. And thanks to all those who watched my YouTube video last week on the Ultra 3's battery in a real life situation. Those who liked and commented, it was really appreciated. I'm also going to talk in my next video. You've bought the Ultra, you've got one Alpine Loop. What other bands should you buy? And you might be surprised from what I've just said today. I'm not recommending these, okay? So look out for that next week. Maybe subscribe, and then you'll get it straight in when it comes out. Thanks very much. Bye.